Oh, I was lucky enough to catch her in an opera when I was young. Even though it was a charity show, the tickets were nearly impossible to get. She was performing in character then, but I thought she seemed more in her element then than she ever did as an Archon giving speeches up in the opera box. Looking back, I guess my intuition was right. She's a formidable but caring leader, and definitely comes across like master of the house. But she's still a Fatui Harbinger, and that means she must have a more ruthless side. So don't worry, while I'll always appreciate what she did for Poisson, I'm not about to let my guard down around her completely. Trying to discuss anything with that guy is an exhausting process. Clorinde says I needn't have any reservations about collaborating with him in the scope of our pre-existing agreement, but I still shouldn't trust everything that comes out of his mouth. No wonder my father never tried to get involved with the affairs of the fortress. I think I'll play it safe and keep things that way. The fashion designer who brought the coolest Inazuman trends to Fontaine? She's actually been a great help to the Spina behind the scenes. She says my unorthodox ideas always give her a lot of inspiration for her work. And from what I can tell, I think she means it. Still, she drew the line at my request for a 10-meter-tall top hat. Missed opportunity, if you ask me. Imagine seeing one of those in front of the shop. It would be a great way to draw in customers. Charlotte's known for her fast and furious reporting, but it's her photography skills that really impress me. She once snapped a quick photo of me, a waist-up shot, and the result was absolutely stunning. It was like looking at an oil painting. She seems to have a knack for writing extraordinary news stories and taking the most eye-catching photos. I guess she was born to be a journalist. I know magicians can often be all bravado and razzmatazz, but I can tell that Lyney is a sincere guy who cares deeply about his friends and family. He's so mature for his age. It catches me off guard sometimes. Oh, and how could I forget? It was so kind of him to try and cheer up the children of Poisson with an impromptu free magic show during the flood. I'll have to invite him and Lynette over for some macarons at my place when I get the chance. I know Lynette's always conjuring teacups out of thin air, so surely at least she's a fan of a proper tea break. She might not say much, or show a lot of emotion, but I can tell that she feels deeply. After my father's death, it caused quite a rift between us for a long time. But even then, I never did like having her constantly walking on eggshells around me. I much prefer how things are now. How to describe Monsieur Neuvillette? He's complex in some ways, but very straightforward in others. I guess a good analogy would be rocky reefs in the sea. Trying to navigate through obstacles you can't see makes for a bumpy ride, but if you can figure out how they work, you start to spot the signs.